Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Mikko's Path. So, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, guys. I got 18 minutes of content up for you. Please sit back and enjoy, and let's just jump right in. Alarm Chan, you're up, and let's go. Okay, alright, we're good. Okay. Back up a little bit. Mikko, feeling something towards me. Could Bjorn be right? What if he's completely wrong about all this? I won't know anything before I talk with Mikko, so the sooner I do, the better. Not now, there's supper soon, but if I'm staying at his room today, too, I could do it before we go to sleep. Yeah, that sounds good. Even if just thinking about it makes my heart go racing, I'm still afraid of how Mikko will react to all this, and I'm not sure how to approach it either. Maybe I shouldn't prepare for it and just see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think I could do it otherwise. It's not time to be reflective. It's time to turn reflection into action. Tonight. I close my eyes and I can only see clearer now. Tiny specks of the autumn sunlight dancing on the classroom wall, filter through the yellow leaves of the trees planted alongside the building. The dry air in the room, the sounds of chalk scrubbing against the board, and Mikko smiling to himself with a glint in his eye. Us, sitting at the edge of the lake. A grasshopper lands on him, and he studies it closely before it bounces away. I already barely remember my classmates from middle school. A few faces, a few names. I never got too close to any of them. Except for Mikko. Could I ever have another friend like that? Someone who knows me as well as him? I don't think that's possible. How could I ever let go of him? Waves upon waves upon waves. I dropped to my knees, overwhelmed. Oh. The atmosphere is weird. There's something unusual in the air. Like, literal air? Like, literal air or emotional atmosphere? Metaphorical, rather. What's between us? The very matter of the collective dream. I feel like I could write a poem now. How does that work? There's something immaterial within my reach. Something new and meaningful. Like a shapeless idea that wants to gain form and speak through me. I don't think I ever experienced that. Something like an inspiring atmosphere, a feeling I could turn into something else. Would you like to? Must be nice, yeah. I don't know if it is. That is weird. Carvine, what is wrong? What's up with you, buddy? I wonder if Carvine's got split personality disorder. The bright lights of the lobby hurt my eyes. I walk through the corridor, gazing at the wooden ceiling. My mind is still elsewhere, fixated on the upcoming conversation with Mikko. So I almost walk straight into Travis, standing idly at the hallway wall. Travis? Hey there! Hey! He speaks with the littlest enthusiasm I've ever heard from him. I thought he was only capable of being cheerful. This sulking look feels oddly out of character for him. Is everything alright? Been better. Coming back from supper? Going there, in fact. I just got sidetracked a bit. I'm going there too. Mikko's supposed to be there as well. Want to come with us? Yeah, thanks. No questions, no thoughts, just a resigned confirmation. Must be really bad with him. We arrive quite a while after the food was served and the cafeteria is half empty already. But Mikko is here, sitting in the corner at our usual table. There's a full plate in front of him, but he's sitting idly, a head rested on his paw, looking out the window. Travis and I take 2 plates and continue to the table where Mikko sits. Hey! Oh! And hello, Travis! Hello! We sit down with our food beside Mikko, Travis in front of us. You're not eating? I thought I'd wait for you. I got here a bit earlier than planned. How was your evening? Between talking with Bjorn and wondering about the last few hours barely feel real. Things seem to speed up a lot lately. Not bad. Yours? Quite nice, really. I went through some old photos. Some of them were even by you, I think. Oh, what did you find? Mostly just photos of my everyday life and some from the walks around the town. Travis still hasn't said anything, picking at the food on his plate. I thought that maybe he'd cheer up here, but it doesn't look like it. Travis, is everything okay? He leans on the table with a sigh, his shoulders drooping. Not really. Want to talk about it? The thing is, I shouldn't. A friend of mine is mad at me, and if I talked about it with someone else, then he'd only be madder. It's discouraging because all I wanted to do was to help. but it feels like I ruin everything I touch. Not everything. Don't beat yourself up over this. I know you can be a great friend. Thanks. I hope it's not that big of a deal in the end, and things yet might turn out for the better, but that's to see in a few days. Still, I fucked up and I have to make it up to them somehow. Suddenly I remember a familiar bear with a shisha, closed up in his room all alone. Bjorn? How do you... Well, that's the only mutual friend of ours, and I saw him before supper. Well, yeah, but please don't ask him about it, or it'll be even worse. Okay, if you say so. Are you sure? Maybe someone to talk to is what he needs. No, definitely no. I know him better than you do, and that's not how he functions. Anyway, I don't think I'm hungry. If you want more cake, you can have mine. See you later. Good night. I look at Mikko, as puzzled as I am. Do you know what this is about? No idea. Oh, poor Bjorn. Yeah, it was about him, sending that manuscript off, I believe. It's nice. I don't really get why you don't like it. The closer we get to Mikko's room, the more nervous I get. It's hard to focus on the conversation at Paul when my mind is dreading the upcoming one about our past. Deep breaths. I feel like my lungs can't expand enough for the amount of air I need. It's not that I don't like it, it's more like I never could work with it myself somehow. So, you did try? Yeah, I once bought a monochromatic film for my instant camera. It's the same price as color. I can't think in black and white, because I don't see in black and white. I leave monochromatic photography to people who can do it. Besides, isn't color nice? Monochromatic photos always seem bleak. Well, not to me. I think there's something special about them. Though, I never took a black and white photo as I was happy with either. Mikko stops at his door, looking at me. There's still a glimmer of childlike excitement in his eyes. Are you staying tonight, too? Can I? Of course! Stepping through the door to Mikko's room, I feel a chill running up my back, ending with a slight tingle inside my head. The air here feels different. There's that unusual something again, indescribable and overwhelming. Mikko hangs his jacket neatly in the closet before sitting down on the floor. I should buy myself a comfier jacket someday. That one is warm, but quite stiff. Oh, I would never guess. I see it on you most of the time. Well, it looks good on me, or at least I hope so. Without it, it looks nice, too. Softer. You think so? Yeah. Do you want something to drink? Thanks. I brought the water with me from supper. How late is it, by the way? I checked my phone. Just after 21. There's a whole evening ahead of us. Crazy to think that it's just our second day here. I already feel like we've been here forever, and it hasn't even been 48 hours yet. I get what you mean. Time doesn't seem to mean much here. It's like this place is a world of its own, separate from whatever is going outside of it. Maybe we absorbed it and made it part of ourselves, so it feels as if we knew it forever. Maybe. The air vibrates with significance. Obviously, this place already feels like a part of me that I'll come back to often. Only, I don't know yet if those will be good or bad memories. I shiver at the thought. How can I even start this topic with Mikko? It's weird, because lately I've felt as if the time is only going faster and faster. Or there's more and more to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm racing with time, trying to cram more and more into days that feel shorter and shorter. Have you visited home since you moved to Norway? No. Oh, you didn't want to? No. I can't say I'm surprised. I'm not hurrying to do that either. 1 second. Put this plate over here. Okay. It's nice, living with this much freedom. I quite like it. It's a weird kind of freedom, though. It's confusing at first, because you're unsure what to do with your time. You're on your own, free to do whatever you wish, setting your own goals. He hides his emotions well, but I sense frustration behind his words. I can only try guessing the source of it, though. What has he been through since he moved out? At first, I don't really feel like I've settled in yet. I've moved out, 3 months ago? Did you move at the start of the summer? Neither of us hurrying to get into our past. We never really talked about it. To Anslo? No, I moved in September, but I spent a while living in Helsinki before that. Oh, I had no idea. When did you move? 3 years ago, after middle school. Oh. Right after middle school. I never knew about it. That explains why I never saw him anywhere in the town again. But you moved there with your parents, right? No, I chose a boarding school. How was it? Intense. I'll go take a shower. It's been a long day, and I need some relaxation. Relaxation. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't been to the sauna today. I make a mental note to do that tomorrow. Maybe today would be nice, but it's already quite late. Me neither. We can go tomorrow after we get back from the town. It has a panoramic window. We should have an incredible view by then. It sounds great. I'll go take a shower too, so see you in a while? Yeah, I'll leave the door open. 3 years in Helsing and not a word about it. What made him move? He never mentioned wanting to move out during our friendship. I really know very little about him, don't I? Only now I remember the charm he had attached to his phone. I thought it was from a school trip or something, but he must have brought it while he was living here. I have to ask him to tell me more about it later. The further into the night, the more intense the unpleasant feeling in my stomach gets. I shake my head, trying to get rid of the thoughts. For now, I need to go wash myself too. Ooh, woo. Hot water runs down my body, warming me up. It drips from my arms and snout, tapping on the floor rhythmically. I try to shut down my thoughts, but I can't. I'm not their master. They have a life of their own, trespassing in my head. What am I doing? Getting this close with him again? Talking so casually about the past? It's not why I came here. Seeing him again? I thought I'd be angrier. I thought he'd ignore me. Instead, I'm getting my hopes up again, even if I don't want to. It's stronger than me. Pathetic. I turn the water to colder. Old emotions arise in me and swim to the surface. I don't know what to do. I'm more lost than ever before. Did I really come here for answers, or just to find something else to blame for my sorry state? Things aren't going as I thought they would. Having him near me, it's all harder. It's nice, just spending time with him. It's again like the old times. I don't want to lose it so fast again. Not yet. I wash the dirt and sweat from my fur, rubbing shampoo into it. I start with my head and progress downwards part by part. I don't want to have any scent left on me other than the shampoo, and I want to look presentable. Much easier to focus on this than what I'm supposed to do this evening. What am I even planning to do? Tell Mikko I loved him and that's why I cut him off and that I don't know if I do any longer? Maybe it would be better not to open the old wounds and just leave things as they are? No. Bjorn was right. These aren't old wounds. This is something that still has to bother Mikko. Even if it was the past, my presence must have clawed them wide open. This needs to be done. I can't leave the past unresolved, as painful as this might be. But it doesn't have to be today. I just got him back. I want this to last, even though I know it can't. But maybe one more day. We could still walk through the town, have lunch together, see the sunset again. I finish quickly, put on fresh underwear, and go back to Mikko's room. Mikko is standing at the window, wearing pajamas. His tail is sticking out from the hole in the garment, hanging between his legs, almost touching the ground. His ears shift slightly as I enter. I close the door behind me and cross the room to him. The moon shines above the mountains, tinted red. There are barely any clouds, and the snow has stopped completely. Through the open window, the air carries with itself the smell of the forest, fresh and energizing. It's a beautiful night. Mikko is standing still, leaning on the windowsill. I only see a faint reflection of his face in the glass pane. Elegant snout, a small nose at the tip, his eyes like two blue gems distorted in the reflection. You know, we're all living in a dream. All of us on this planet, including me and you. Each of us is living in their own world. Only sometimes I get these moments of clarity when I wake up and see everything as it really is. Then I see the absurdity of life. I see how small we are, and yet we're everything in a way. Everything in the world is laid open, plain to see. He's looking at me. I open my snout, but no words come out. I should do something. I have to tell Mikko the truth. It's the best occasion I can think of. I could tell him now and get it over with finally. But I can't. No words come to me at all. But these glimpses of reality never last. I get pulled back into the stream and no longer can see things from perspective. When you look at the stars and realize how far away they are, and that they're gigantic balls of fire floating through empty space, just as we are, it can wake you up like that. I choke back my tears. I could feel Mikko's heat radiating from his small body. I wish I'd remember to remind myself of that more often. I wish I could show it to everyone. Do you see it, Carvine? You nod. The veil lifts. You see your friend before you, everything that he is, imperfect and beautiful. How lucky you two were to ever have met. The universe revolves around like a giant mechanical clock. Indifferent, but you found your happiness, even if it's only temporary. What now? I thought I knew what to do, but I'm not sure of anything anymore. I thought I was looking for answers, but now that I'm with you again, everything came back to me. I'm sorry, but there's a bright flame to in his eyes. He understands, of course. You were once best friends. No amount of time can erase that. Carvine, can we meet again tomorrow? At the same hill at sunset? For now, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. Let me have you close tonight. One night, okay? There'll be time for that tomorrow. You don't have to do everything now. Miko's words are like rays of light that invite spring to your soul. He wants to have you close. You nod again. Mikko puts his paws on your side and pulls you closer, pressing his head to your chest. You rest your snout on Mikko's head and pet him gently, your paw running along his neck through the dense fur. He's warm. Very warm. You can feel his heartbeat, a steady rhythm marching forward like a war drum. You hold him close, feeling his body fitting against yours. We're ships at the sea, drifting in all directions. Like moths we fly towards the flame and die, burning. Sorry guys, this game is getting to me. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. This part's just really made me emotional. How can I bear myself before you? How do I ask for forgiveness when I can never forgive myself? Sometimes I wish I could forget everything. But is it really ever possible to start anew? The past always catches up with us anyway. There has to be a way to make things right. Nothing will ever be right, unless we start a forest fire. Burn it to the ground, even if we set ourselves ablaze. You lift him up. He's light, lighter than you expect. You carry him to the bed and lie down next to him. He turns towards you and snuggles into you more than ever before. Your paws intertwine. His breath mingles with yours. Your limbs entangle until you're not sure where you end and he begins. Everything merges with the night. It doesn't have to be one night. But you can talk about that tomorrow. But you can have that talk tomorrow. You have the whole trip ahead of yourselves. Right now, only this moment counts. You take a glance at the stars. They're far, far away, unfathomably gargantuan, but from here they seem small and insignificant compared to the wolf in your arms. Oh man. Seems like a perfect place, actually. Alright, guys, that is the end of Mikko's path for now. Man, that really got me emotional. Man, these little introspective parts that they have are just pretty amazing, honestly. They really make you think. These little moments of self-reflection that Carvine have, I really wonder about them. He has these moments where it seems like he's not who you think he is. Like I was saying earlier, maybe he has split personality disorder or something. There seems to be something slightly off about Carvine, and I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. There seems to be something off about Mikko as well. And something seems to be off about this whole fucking place. This whole place they're at is very strange. There's something almost supernatural about it. Of course, I guess that's where Klaus's route comes into play. You really find out more about the area that you're in. That story that they were telling around the camp, around the common space about the werewolf or whatever it was that lives in the woods is very, very, very interesting. Like, maybe there's more truth to that than everybody thinks. But anyway, guys, a couple of you wanted me to share my thoughts about a particular run after I'm done with it, or after I get to the conclusion of the current amount of content for that particular route. So now I'm going to start doing that more. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!